Oh my god! Oh my god! This is it. This is it, guys. This is the game, guys. This is the one that I've never played until today. This is the Super Castlevania IV Let's Play. This is your humble host. You know me. I'm here with Joel.
Hi.
And Malcolm X has joined us.
Kill the white man!
We're continuing with the October horror theme, and this is probably going to be the last horror themed game we do for October because it's already a week before Halloween. And it's a game that I've never played in the Castlevania series, so this should be really interesting. I played a little bit of it earlier today and failed miserably. So Linkz 11. Yeah. Let us Castlevania. Alright. Off to a good start. Got a whip upgrade. That's solid. So, Malcolm, what is your history with Castlevania?
When I was 10 or 11, I rented Castlevania 1 from the local Blockbuster movie outlet, and I tried to get past level 1. Failed miserably, never played it again. This was for the SNES. I mean the NES.
Yeah, Castlevania 1, I was going to say, I've done a video of that, and I beat it in half an hour. Do-do-do. Catchy music still. Die, Skeletors! Everyone knows, or any followers of my channel are aware of my history with Castlevania. I've already done a Castlevania Let's Play of Rondo of Blood. Unfortunately, it was the terrible PSP remake, rather than the original on the Turbo, which I would totally love to do. One thing I love about
just for the Turbo CD.
Yep.
The CD unit by itself is not in USPSC.
No.
The Japanese version will buy the Turbo Duo, which will support
Yes.
the CD.
And that is the game that, if I do end up getting a Wii U, hey, I will totally purchase on Virtual Console because it is available on Virtual Console.
There's a lot of great titles that have been ported.
Yes.
Unfortunately, most of those titles I already have, so there's...
Yeah, because you actually have spent the money on physical copies of a lot of these games.
I have quite a few of them.
Oh!
So one of the things I really like about this compared to like Rondo of Blood and the other Castlevanias is the fact that you can whip in directions. And you can dangle it in front of you like a little shield.
The shields don't tend to be particularly dangly.
No, well, apparently Simon has some issues with his shields. And I've lost a lot of life already, which isn't good. Holy water! And shooting up, shooting boom. Zargos would like that ending.
He is not here today.
What would Zargos like?
Those horse heads.
Oh, yes.
Because they're kind of ponyish. He would totally ponify them.
He might.
He might? I think it's a definite he would. Do, 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 do. You don't want it.
No?
Nope.
No, that's the little time stopper thing.
And this game, like every other Castlevania game, has severe knockback issues.
I think those are Gorgons.
They are, actually. They're Medusa heads. Yes, and unlike other Castlevanias, you actually have meat in the candles. Oh, and I just totally effed that up. Wrong sub-weapon. Oh well. This is going to be interesting, because I've failed on quite a few of these levels. Am I right?
You have on your prior attempt.
Yeah, on my test playthrough.
You've just succeeded in your own way.
I wish. And those are rotating planks. Meat. Definitely need meat. First boss! Asshole. Come here, asshole.
There's another character for Zargos to ponify.
Yes. Yeah! Booyah! Down for the count. Booyah, 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 booyah.
Double bastard.
Double bastard. That's what I'm drinking right now. Because I always have to have a drink when I record here.
From the Stone Brewing Company.
Stage! Woo-hoo-hoo! Malcolm. What are you doing? I don't like swamps. Especially swamps with ants coming out of them.
Spidery.
Luckily, you can whip upwards. Go away. Don't want you. So, Joel, what is your history with Castlevania? Which titles have you played?
Let's see. I have played 1, 2, and 3 now in the NES. I have this one, of course, because this is actually my copy.
Yes. Because I do not have an SNES.
I have played Dracula X on the SNES and Bloodlines on the Genesis.
And out of the ones that you've played, which one would you say is your favorite?
I gotta show some appreciation for the original.
The original is great.
You know, it's what started it all.
I would say, for me, it's probably Rondo of Blood.
That's one I don't have.
Which is too bad. Because that one is damn terrific. It's like a weird mud man. I do like Symphony of the Night, though. I will say that. That was a good title. I showed you that. I showed you that one.
Right. That was on the
PlayStation. Yep. And it's directly linked to Rondo of Blood. Which is the direct sequel.
Yeah, I never actually owned a PlayStation myself. I didn't see a lot of titles that really tempted me that much on the 5th gen consoles.
Yeah, you kind of stopped collecting game consoles
Around 4th gen, yeah.
Damn frogs. Ribbit. Actually. Oh.
How can frogs be a threatening enemy?
Castlevania they are.
They should be a food source.
Well, if this were Metal Gear Solid 3, they definitely would be.
Or Super Mario World.
Much needed meat.
You picked up a windmill.
It's actually a cross. Or, if you follow the Nintendo rule things, it is
A boomerang.
a boomerang.
Yeah, Nintendo really shied away from the religious symbolism that were used in a lot of titles.
Even their own first-party titles, they did that with, like Zelda.
They did a lot of them that were released in Japan had some Western religious symbolism that would have different connotations and may have been a PR problem if they kept them the way they were. So
Skeletons dressed as nuns.
no, not exactly, but just maybe some crosses appearing.
And that was actually better than my first time beating her. You remember how that went?
That looked like Mrs. Buma.
I got the double shot. So I want to keep that, because the Holy Cross is actually a pretty damn fine supplement for this. Hey. I don't like this change in direction of the water flow.
What enemy is that measuring?
That's what?
You got an enemy score bar up top.
It's always there.
And that's for the
boss.
The boss. Castlevania's always done that. The classics, anyways.
Makes sense.
And one of these days I will do a Let's Play of Symphony. I showed Joel a little bit of it. And what'd you think of it?
I think it looked. I like how they kept the same platforming style as classic Castlevania. You know, when that generation of consoles were coming out, everyone wanted to make everything a 3D style platformer, which didn't always translate very well.
Yeah, case in point, Castlevania 64.
Right.
That game was terrible.
Even I know a lot of people think I'm crazy. I was not a fan of Mario 64 myself.
I don't think you're crazy.
Suck.
I think Mario 64 is a little bit overrated, personally. It's a good 3D platformer, yes, but...
The only good part was the chain chomp.
There was only one chain chomp.
Who's the boss?
No, he wasn't, actually. This music is kind of relaxing in its own way. You know what this music reminds me of? Rocket Knight. Okay, look it up. Who was the composer of the music in this game? Was it the same person who did Rocket Knight Adventures? I think it was.
Very well could have been.
I mean, it both are Konami. And,
Have you done a Let's Play, Rocket?
not yet. That is one I want to do, and I would like to do that with everybody here, because I think that would be a fun one.
So, will you be doing the whole series?
I would love to.
Rocket Knight, Sparkster.
And Sparkster.
Sparkster.
And also the Rocket Knight re-release, or not re-release, but sequel that came out on modern consoles a few years ago. Which is not a bad game in its own right, but it's not classic. That's what double shot does, kids. Ah! Just lost my double shot. For a frickin' axe? And there's my frickin' boomerang right there. And meat.
See, for Castlevania IV was composed by Masanori Adachi and Taro Kudo.
Okay.
Rocket Knight Adventure.
I'm actually not getting the holy water like I normally do. Love the holy water. SNES, slow down! That's right, gotta watch out for them.
Masanori Adachi worked on both.
That explains why the music sounds very similar. Rocket Knight Adventures is easily one of my favorite gaming soundtracks of all time. Perfect use of the FM synthesizer on the Genesis, I think. And Zargos would say the same, I would say.
He may.
Demon Flowers. Whoa, I'm up to 90 hearts. And I hate those bone towers.
Oh, they're skeletons.
No, they're not. They're bone towers.
Oh,
Fucking
but you were just down there. How could it kill you now?
Once you move up in the stage, you die.
It defies the laws of something.
It doesn't defy the laws of anything. It's the laws of Castlevania.
You fall off screen, you die.
Pretty much.
That's the way it's always been.
Even if off screen used to be on screen a second ago.
Yep.
Whip upgrade. Totally worth it. Uh-oh, they're coming for me.
They're coming for me.
Nobody can hear it, but there's sirens going on.
I hear the sirens.
They're coming for Malcolm X.
Oh, yeah.
Rebel Rouser. Rabble Rouser. Oh, I love whipping up. Now whip it! Into shape! Eat.
Did you not have a sub weapon before?
No, I did, but I had the cross. I got very lucky on that. That the knockback didn't knock me off. Castlevania was made in a time when knockback was a common means of death. And it still exists in Symphony of the Night. Amazingly. This level's all too quiet. I'm expecting a fierce boss fight.
I'm expecting a quiet boss fight.
Can you not jump across to the thing?
I'm not gonna try. Because I know you think that there might be food in that wall. Or something in that wall. Oh, I hate these fucking things. Fucking
Those are
knockback!
knockbacks.
Thank you. Ah,
Is that an eye that drips blood?
that was an eye that was crying out blood. Yes, it was.
What is it? To the left. To the left.
Where is it?
I saw something down there. To the left.
It's a waterfall.
There's nothing down there. If I go down there, I die. It's water. Apparently, the Belmonts are allergic to it.
Holy water, devil.
Ooh,
Knockback.
ooh, ooh! Mine! Die!
Knockback.
I hate those fucking things with a vengeance. Ah! Ah! God damn it. It's gonna be interesting to see how many times I have to do continue on this. 9. What's the over-under on game overs? 9.
9. Oh,
There we go. Fucking A.
there's something to the left right there.
Yeah, it's death. It's
Yeah.
not a platform you can stand on.
Tis death. Trust me.
It's that big eggplant thing up top.
No, tis death. It's a window. Another one of these things. Really? Not getting that.
Is it the dagger?
Yep. Ah! It's too bad. Stop.
Knockback.
Fucking knockback.
Eyeball.
Eyeballs, dude.
What is that thing? Oh, it's just a window.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Didn't
When you
what
asked about it.
I didn't know what you meant.
It's
I
a
said,
window.
how could it be a window? Oh, it's that kind of window.
It's a carved out window made out of stew.
You know, you can build a bridge up. So.
Ah, yes. The ways of telling whether she is a witch. Ah, but can you not also build bridges out of stone? Oh, right. Pausing for a second.
Belmonts can't swim.
What?
Belmonts can't swim.
Pausing to take a swig of double bass.
That's right. But can they float in water? They can't. So at least we know Belmonts are not witches. Nice. I made it through that relatively unscathed. More sirens.
They're coming for you.
They really are.
Langoliers will get you.
The
They'll get you and they'll
Langoliers.
eat you. They'll leave you alive and screaming.
You know, we have balloons down here.
They float.
Do they
all
float?
float.
Oh yes, Georgie.
And when you're down here with me,
You'll float The amiable, amazing Tim Curry. Hey! Tim Curry was amazing in that movie, I have to say. I love that movie.
I think Jack Nicholson would have played it equally well.
Oh, well, Jack Nicholson's the man. But, I mean...
I think it would have been perfect if
Jack Nicholson had?
well, if B. Arthur
Oh!
had played the part of Pennywise.
Oh, yeah. I mean, B. Arthur can play anything. I mean, B. Arthur herself, she was a handsome woman.
Oh no!
That happened to me the last time, too.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to make him respawn.
Yep. I forgot those bricks in particular. I like the laurels particularly. Now if I can get through level 3 without much more trouble. I see the issue here. There we go. That's how I did it last time, I think.
I don't think you're hurting it.
I am. See how it pauses?
Oh, yeah.
Lots of hearts. Culinary hearts. I like the culinary hearts. Hey, hey!
What was Lucky Charms? Heart, stars, little rainbows, and crescent moons?
Heart, stars, moons, clovers, diamonds, and purple horseshoes. And now
Clover.
blue, red balloons.
Yep. And now there's also the pot of gold. Don't forget the pot of gold.
Oh.
They added a pot of gold. They added the rainbows.
Yes.
And the red balloons.
They eliminated
Those
the
damn
diamonds. They
Oh,
there are
you-
no more diamonds.
Oh, you know what I don't have?
Hello. Hello.
I do not have a sub-weapon for this.
Oh, that looks like an easy boss.
It would be if I had a sub-weapon. This is like straight out of Castlevania III, this is.
Yeah, he's got plenty of surface area to strike at.
Good hit him in the face.
In the faces. Except when you get knocked back like that. Ah, first game over. Oh boy.
Time for another swig of Double Bastard.
Mm-hmm. This isn't as easy as it looks, people. I would love for there to be like a reflective surface or something that's like a mirror. Oh wait, the Super Nintendo couldn't do that. It's in Bloodlines though. Yeah, the same trick, the like the mirror lava
Yep.
from you know what I'm talking about.
It was in a few Konami games.
Good old Konami. Let's see if Malcolm knows why Konami is important.
Well, Konami was known for the Konami code. Left, right, up, down, select, start.
Up, down, down.
Whatever it was.
But that is not the reason why Konami is very important to me.
Well, your favorite games, the Metal Gear Solid series.
Thank you.
Okay, see?
Yep. Excellent.
Also Castlevania.
Castlevania and Rocket Knight. Silent Hill.
Contra was a good one for me. I used to, during the summer with my cousin, we used to always play through a Contra game.
Ah, yes, Contra.
Get a 2-player Contra game going.
For the SNES.
Oh, that was the NES.
Did you ever play Contra Hardcore?
That was the Genesis version.
That was, yes.
And the unusual thing is the Super Contra, or Super C, was actually a NES game. Which was the sequel.
Yeah, Konami recently has become probably my favorite studio of all time. Because I find that the majority of the games that I really enjoy playing lately are Konami games. Another series that you guys probably don't know is Zone of the Enders, which is basically high-speed robot fighting, crazy sci-fi anime-ish type of situations. Produced by Hideo Kojima himself.
I don't think I've seen that one.
No, it's quite enjoyable for what it is.
I don't know what system was that on?
PlayStation 2, so
On the 2.
well beyond.
Okay, yeah, actually, I did own a PlayStation 2.
For a DVD player.
Eventually, yeah. I actually won it from a raffle at work. Our company had done a lot of work with Sony, so as a gift, Sony had given the company 2 PlayStation 2s to do
Nice.
whatever they had wanted, and so essentially they did a drawing, and my name came up. Won a PlayStation 2. I played it a little bit. Bought a couple titles. Overall, it really wasn't my kind of thing, so it was relegated to being a DVD player, which overall really wasn't that good. It had a lot of trouble playing multiple layers.
Yes, that was actually a common problem with the Sony DVD players, the early generation ones. I had my PlayStation 2, and then my parents eventually got us a full-on, regular big boy DVD player, which also happened to be a Sony, and that one always had the issues with multiple layers, where it would pause at the layer change.
Yeah, it would either do that, or it would actually skip a minute of the next.
Yeah, see, mine never had that problem.
Once it would get to the next part of the disc, it would skip about 3 minutes in.
That's not good.
Into the next layer.
You may have had a faulty unit.
It could have been, but they were known for not being able to play dual layers right.
Yeah.
In other words, Sony, bony.
Sony is phony.
Sony.
Knockback. I got that.
You've been here already.
I've been here a few times, actually.
This is that part where that thing was in the wall and it turned out to be a window.
Yes. It is a window into your soul.
That's how come I recognize it.
I'll swallow your soul. timing of those fire breaths is so odd.
Eventually, I just ended up trading in my PlayStation 2.
For an Atari 7800.
For a blender, actually.
Actually, I believe it was for an Atari Lynx.
Oh, was it a blender? I thought it was a blender. Why did I think it was a blender? DC traded his in for.
DC traded his SNES for an Atari 7800.
Yes.
It was a good trade.
It's some, well, actually, not some. Many would say that was a stupid trade.
I would say it was a good trade.
Well, if you're a DC.
But there's a few releases on the 7800, and of course you play your 2600 games. Most of the 2600 games. Except for the ones that require switches.
Yeah, like your Riddle of the Sphinx.
You can't play Riddle of the Sphinx on the 7800, no.
Nope. Well, I'm making progress through this level a lot faster this time. Help that I died a million times.
I'd hate to remind you of this, but you're almost to the part where you died.
I know. But that's actually a good thing. That means I'm making progress.
Well, those big, giant dragon head things are going to be there again, you know.
No, I've already beaten all of them.
Yeah, I think he's talking about
The red things.
Oh, the red dragon heads? The boss.
The boss.
The balls.
Boss hog.
Well, boys in Duke County ain't seen a good watch fight in a long time. What was that? What was that?
Joel knows.
I didn't witness what he did.
He stood
Oh,
up.
the sneeze coming on.
Oh.
Oh yes, you have to sneeze in someone's direction, don't you?
Sneeze on the microphone.
Oh, Ebola. Ebola!
I've got Ebola.
I've got Ebola too.
I've got 2 Ebolas, actually.
You've got 2 Ebolas?
Yeah.
Oh, look at my game box.
Oh,
Charter just reset.
it says NU. Why did Charter reset?
Because it's Charter.
You think the power went out? The cable went out.
The cable went out.
It says boot. Das
Das
boot.
Boot. Yay, one head down. Both heads down. Boom, dun, da, 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 da.
Another swig of double back. That part reminds me of Metroid. That
Try next area. Oh, that's a different game.
That's Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, that's I fucking hate this level. Ask anyone who knows.
Spooky, scary skulls. There sure are a lot of skulls in this game.
And they're spooky.
They watch you.
They watch you go to the bathroom. You know.
Well, that's fine by me.
Our bot elves up.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I can tell what's on your mind.
Oh, it's always on my mind. You know. Jump! Jump! Ah! Jump! Notice one key difference compared to the practice run, Joel? What do I have?
Not died so much.
Well, aside from that,
A subway.
yes! First try! How many times did I have to replay this level on my test playthrough? Would you say? At least a dozen?
Close to a dozen.
How many times did that skull kill you?
The skull didn't.
Oh.
It killed me a couple times. It was this part.
Oh.
There's a trick that neither of us really knew about. I just have to survive.
The Gorgon. That's the trick.
That's what you don't have now.
Subweapon. And chain whip. Swing, Simon, swing. Like the pendulum.
That is the trick, isn't it?
Well, there's...
Why can't you just jump over there to the left before it turns?
We can't, we
It's
tried.
just out of the reach of your...
It looks like it's within the reach.
It isn't.
Trust me. I tried and failed enough times.
Oh.
You're meant to think that. Just out of your reach.
One more.
It looks so jumpable.
Nope, now you have to do this.
And if you fall down there, it's a pit.
Oh.
It goes nowhere.
It really does.
Makes it look like that must be the escape.
Exactly.
Exactly.
They want you to think that.
It's a trick.
Okay, now this is not good. Oh, I see what's happening.
It's tricksy, you know? Key. Leather. Castlevania. And there's a trick to this, because you think that as these are falling, that you actually have a time limit to get through this. You don't.
You do.
No, you don't.
Look to the right.
No, you don't.
There's a timer.
No, you have a timer, but you can take your time on this part. Those pieces don't fall until you start moving to the right. Now this is the SNES doing crazy ass mode 7.
Mode 7.
Mode 7 scaling. The Genesis had blast processing. The SNES had mode 7.
Genesis could have done this a lot better.
Actually, it couldn't.
It wouldn't be able to tell us.
The Genesis didn't have the horsepower to do this sort of thing. It had its own capabilities that made it capable of.
It had better sound and music.
Actually, depending on what kind of music you were going for. SNES was better at symphonic sounds.
Yeah, it just sounds like a MIDI file.
And it is.
And the Genesis sounded like a full-blown mod file.
Well, a Genesis had its own...
Shortcomings.
well, no, I'm saying it had its own...
Synthesizer.
actual, yes, its own synthesizer, its own sound chip.
Well, you could have gotten that.
I didn't want to.
You
Risk
didn't
it.
want.
No risking. Not for a lousy culinary heart. And... yeah. Instant death.
Those spikies.
Yep, they're death from above. Sub-weapon. Good sub-weapon, good sub-weapon. I like sub-weapon. Yes! Killed it while it was off screen. Meat. Got any meat? Woohoo! I'm on fire. Now's the big boss. I like this boss.
Yeah, it's probably just another skull. Oh! Looks like the Quaker Oats guy.
not. It's not Wilford Brimley.
I think he means the guy on the box. not Wilford Brimley.
That looks like the guy in the box.
Yes. Now, the SNES did this by putting him in the background.
And it did.
Yep.
The Genesis would have done it by putting him in the foreground.
We're at 45 minutes in on this one. Not too shabby. Ah, finally, the entrance to the castle. Can you tell me how to solve this labyrinth? She kept on going on that way, going straight to that castle. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really getting scared now.
Oh, yeah.
Spooky, scary skulls.
Spooky, scary skull.
Spooky, scary skeletons. Creeping skulls will shock your souls.
Well, after all, it is almost Halloween.
Halloween is next Friday.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of is.
It is. I never shaved my head or got a pork pie hat. Guess I can't be Walter White this year. Well, there's still time.
Shave your head.
Yeah. Well, and to get a pork pie hat and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal.
I don't think Frosty had a pork pie head. Although that would have been funny.
Say my name. Frosty. Frosty the Snowman. You're goddamn right. Happy motherfucking birthday. There's like a whole segment of the audience that doesn't even know what I'm talking about now. Because these are kids that never watched the Rankin Bass animated Frosty.
It's on every year. It's still on.
I know, but you
Who
know
the hell hasn't seen Frosty the Snowman?
there's probably some
Gotta be
bitch ass
every year.
kid who's never seen it.
I mean, I understand.
I am in the castle! I made it to the castle!
I understand that a lot of people may not have seen Frosty Returns when John Goodman was actually playing the part of Frosty.
John Goodman!
I mean, I'm not joking.
I know,
They
I've
actually
seen that.
They did a sequel with John Goodman.
This I've seen. Die, demon dog!
Demon dog. Those Hindu idols are going to get you.
What? Motherfucker! Still got the holy water. But what a price. Balls resting on his lips. You know what happened to Simon Belmont, why he ended up dying?
He blew up.
Close. He actually tried to suck his own dick.
It was
He broke his neck trying to do it.
attempted autofellatio. So
Yep, and
quite a way to go.
Richter found him.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
Why are you telling me this?
balls resting on his lips.
Forget I mentioned it.
You were there. I took the photos. Phantom of the Opera. This is a neat graphical effect, I
Langoliers.
think. Big old Langoliers. They're gonna get you. I prefer balloons that float.
Yes, it was. The Langoliers has not aged well.
Oh! Nor have many of Stephen King's movies.
A lot of them were done on a pretty shoestring budget. And a lot of them were made for TV.
I've recently revisited The Langoliers. It has Birdemic level acting.
I would say probably the only Stephen King movie that was made for TV, well, two of them, I would say, that have actually aged somewhat well. It and The Stand. I mean, The Stand was still on a shoestring budget, but they at least had a good cast. And actually gave
Gary
it...
Sinise.
Gary Sinise, Rob Lowe, Molly Ringwald was in it.
Okay.
And she was the girl that the geek really liked.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, much like 16 Candles. Which level was it that we ended up stopping on my test playthrough? Was it 7 or 8?
How was that?
That was me not paying attention.
Slap necessary.
Was it deliberate?
No. Simon unfortunately goes into a slow walk as soon as you enter that screen.
I thought that was on purpose.
Why would it have been on purpose?
That they made it happen that way.
Oh.
Was it supposed to happen that way? No,
Yes.
You're not supposed to let your prisoners get murdered.
What'd that be from, son?
Mr. Szymanski.
Oh, God. He's dead.
Yes, he is.
Rest in peace, Szymanski.
He's passed away.
He was a good fella. For anyone who's not from the Sturbridge, Massachusetts, Tantasco Regional School District, Mr. Szymanski was a staple. He served as principal, he served as history teacher, sociology teacher, an all-around awesome dude. And unlike Napoleon, he wasn't some old dude.
Some old dude?
Old dude.
Some old dude. He was a righteous dude. You apparently think Napoleon was some, quote, old dude. Joel knows that. Quoting.
He was actually a Ziggy.
A Ziggy Piggy, Ziggy Piggy. Le glace. Malcolm, you know what movie we're talking about.
It's on the tip of my mind. I know.
It
I can
involves...
picture it.
It
We just
involves-
watched it recently.
Yes, it involves time travel, and it has my favorite comedian in it.
Oh, it has George Carlin.
Yes, and it involves time travel.
And I still can't remember. What the hell was it called?
It's Keanu Reeves. and
Keanu
Alex-
Reeves.
It was.
And what's his name? That's only been in like
Alex
2 movies.
Winter.
Oh wait, he was in The Lost Boys, wasn't he?
He could have.
I think he was.
He was in Freaked too.
Yes.
With an uncredited Keanu Reeves as a dog boy.
Yes.
And Randy Quaid.
Yep.
And Bobcat Goldthwait.
Randy Quaid broke into it.
And Mr. T.
Yes. That movie was hilarious. Wasn't Bobcat Goldthwait just like a sock puppet?
Yeah, he was. Well, it was a guy who was transformed into someone with a sock for a head.
Hi there.
Hi there!
Now, what was that?
Are you afraid of the
Are you
dark?
afraid of the dark?
So wait, Bobcat was in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Hi there.
He was some magical being from the land of Nod. Some girl wished for him to exist because she was. I thought you said what's wrong with the world when you can wish upon a star. Remember? and only Bobcat could deliver the lines in his special Bobcat way. He was also in Scrooge.
He was.
He was the poor guy that Bill Murray fired. I love that. I love his voice.
He very, very much distinct.
He's also an incredibly talented director of dark comedy. World's greatest dad. Oh, crying at the porno mags. That movie was so awesome.
Because his son was a perv.
His son killed himself while he was masturbating. That's why he was crying.
They think of a more undignified way to go. Personally.
No.
Why are you telling me this? Forget I mentioned it.
That's the most dignified way to go. Are you kidding me? Playoffs? Playoffs? Yes!
Oh, good job.
Yeah! Take that, fucking coffee. Meat! Meat! Must have meat. Meat, meat, meat in the diet. Meat, meat, meat every day. Meat, meat, meat in my lungs.
Lamb vindaloo.
That's Indian food. I think if Simon Belmont ate Indian food, he'd do better, because he'd have flaming ass parts.
You think that would be his
Well,
secondary weapon?
I think so, because, I mean, think about it. Dracula's the undead, right? What are the undead weak to normally?
Depends what kind.
Well,
A
let's
vampire would do piercing damage.
Right, but we're gonna go with Final Fantasy rules. Vampires are always weak to fire.
Okay.
Go! Go!
It did that to you last time.
Which I don't get.
Because you contacted its skull.
Scary skulls. Much needed meat, and I need to take